Ansh and the Inner Spark. Once, in a beautiful village near a winding river, lived a little boy named Ansh. Ansh loved to play, but everything in the world seemed so very big. The sunflowers towered over his head, and the village gates looked like mountains. "I am just a tiny speck," Ansh sighed, looking up at the high branches of a mango tree. Ansh walked down to the edge of the sparkling Yamuna River. He watched the elephants bathing and the tall cranes stretching their wings. He sat on a smooth stone and hugged his knees. "The world is so grand and I am so small," he whispered to the water. "How can someone as little as me ever be important?" Suddenly the air filled with the sweetest sound Ansh had ever heard. It was the melody of a flute dancing through the trees like a breeze. Ansh looked up and saw a gentle figure standing beneath a flowering kadamba tree. It was Lord Krishna, wearing a crown of peacock feathers and a smile as bright as the sun. Krishna stepped toward the riverbank and sat down right next to Ansh. "Why is your heart heavy, little one?" Krishna asked. Ansh looked at the Lord and said, "Everything is so big and powerful, Krishna. I feel like I am nothing at all. I have no strength." Krishna chuckled softly, a sound like tinkling bells. He pointed up at the vast blue sky where a single eagle soared. "Do you think the sun is powerful because it is big?" Krishna asked. "Or is it powerful because of the light that lives inside it?" Krishna reached out and gently placed his hand over Ansh's heart. "Listen closely, Ansh," he said. "You are never small, for you carry a spark of the divine right here. I live within you, and that means all the power of the universe lives within you too." As Krishna's hand touched him, Ansh felt a sudden warmth spreading through his body. It felt like 1,000 tiny suns were waking up inside his chest. He closed his eyes and saw a beautiful, shimmering light glowing behind his eyelids. He didn't feel small anymore. He felt as wide as the ocean. Krishna smiled, seeing the boy's spirit brighten. "Whenever you feel afraid or tiny, remember the spark. It is your courage, your kindness, and your strength. You and I are always connected." Krishna began to chant a sacred prayer, and Ansh joined him, his voice feeling stronger with every word. Together they sang, "Om Shri Krishnaya Namaha." The sound vibrated through the trees and the water, making the whole world feel like it was giving Ansh a giant hug. When Ansh opened his eyes, the sun was setting, painting the sky in gold and purple. Krishna was gone, but the warmth in Ansh's heart remained. He stood up tall and walked back toward the village. He looked at the giant sunflowers and smiled. They were big, but he knew he had the light of the whole world inside him.